Okay, so we're going to look at a body control drill. John Thomas has two models on this. He has a knee pressure model and a knee shield model. We're just going to look at the knee pressure model. So we talked about on week one about when we're playing the De La Riva, the grip, well, the profile of my foot, we can have it shallow, or I'm sort of just under his thigh, which would be the weakest of the De La Riva hooks. But the goal would be, now that we know to create or move our hip back and hip angle, I want my De La Riva hook into this hip. That would be the best thing. But sometimes it's not there. If I have it there and Tyrone drives forward into me, the sole of my foot is stopping him from getting close to me, which is what I want. But sometimes when you're in the heat of the moment, you get the De La Riva hook in, it's in the weakest of the positions, and my goal is to get it to there. We looked at different ways of controlling his distance. Another one was the support foot, if he's not stopping it. So I want to keep it here until I get my foot in the hip. But we also looked at another method, which is what we're going to look at now, this knee pressure method. If I've got a weak De La Riva hook, and let's just say Tyrone stuffs that foot and he's driving forward into me, as he drives forward, that's putting pressure on my De La Riva hook, which sucks. So I'm going to disengage the De La Riva hook. If I was on my hip, I'm now going flat onto my back. And now I'm using, as he drives forward, I'm using a counter pressure with the back of my knee driving back. Now we did talk about on week one that an Achilles grip here, which is a pull grip, and me leg pressing is a push grip. But if I do that and Tyrone's driving into me, I'm just moving his body weight back, but I'm physically not moving his lead leg back because I'm pulling it into my butt. So the other grip we talked about was this cuff grip, and it's going to be at the front of the shin, which is that grip. And again, the beauty about that grip is it's not a pull grip, it's a push grip. So I'm physically going to be pushing Tyrone's foot away from me, which theoretically is going to mean he's further away from me, which is a good thing. The other detail I'm doing, which is hard to see, I'm tucking my right elbow into the mat. I'm maybe actually pushing it into my hip. So as he drives into me, I'm going to use knee pressure, pushing with my right leg to create distance, but pushing with that cuff grip to nearly push his foot back, and my elbow, my elbow, you're here, buddy. My elbow's going into the mat. So as he drives into me, that becomes the De La Riva hook disengages, and there's a push at the shin, a push at the knee, and I'm pulling my elbow into my hip or into my butt. So once I start creating that space, as his leg moves back, now we can move our hip back, tilt in, and get that deep De La Riva hook at the hip. Once I get that in, I'm back in again. So up until then, up until I got that foot in the position, this support leg can't leave his thigh, okay, because he can move in on me. So anytime, until I actually get that deep De La Riva hook, now this foot can come back. Because the game can't start. I can't start sweeping and being offensive from De La Riva unless I have some kind of grip on Tyrone. It'll either be on this sleeve, which we're going to be looking at a lot of things from here, which will be the far sleeve. It'll either be on the collar, or it will either be on the cross grip sleeve. But if he's hiding that, I'm not going to get that grip at all. So I'm bringing this foot in, and I can, it's live, it's active, it doesn't need to be doing anything, because if Tyrone tries to drive into me, my De La Riva hook in his hip controls the distance. And I've also got that cuff grip, which means I can constantly, if he's trying to step into me with his foot, I'm pushing him away from me. So now, for him to pass, he has to make grips. The minute he finds out that's fine, take it back a step, my hand, I'm just going to be keeping it here. Make your grip. It's just here the whole time. And it's live. And the minute he makes that grip, I just find his sleeve. Once I'm here now, the support leg can go back. Again, we'll be looking at different things you can do from here. I can push to sit up and start getting into ball and chain sweep and all the things we're going to cover at a later stage. Just come right on again. So first thing is controlling distance. Second thing is I want that far sleeve grip. So again, we're looking at this knee pressure model to be able to get that grip. So say I'm playing De La Riva, I've got the weak grip. Goal is to get the sole of the foot there. Support leg stays on his leg. And I've got this angle grip. As Tyrone drives into me, this buys me time. What really stops Tyrone closing the distance is taking the De La Riva hook out, switching the grip to the cuff grip, and now I start the leg pressing. Notice the way when I'm using this knee pressure method, I'm flat on my back. I'm actually not on my hip, which when you're playing De La Riva. So I'm here and I'm pushing in. Once I push in, this gives me the opportunity now to turn onto my hip and move my hip back and put in that De La Riva hook at his hip. And now I can move back to face him. I've got everything I need to start playing the game. I've got the De La Riva hook in the right place, a strong De La Riva hook. I've got good control of the near side leg, but now I need some kind of grip. So how am I going to do that? I don't need that foot there anymore. If it's there, he's just stuffing it, and even if he does, he just brings the knee back. Why is that easy? Because I've kept him at a distance. If Tyrone was a lot closer to me and stuffs that, now he's into one of his passes, he can just drop into half guard, just push down, yeah, and drop, cross face underhook, yep, perfect. This concept of controlling distance is a big thing when you're playing the De La Riva guard. So say we're here, I have everything in place, right? I don't need this foot here, I'm just bringing it back, okay? And now this hand's waiting. And as he tries to make grips, now I have my grip. And now from there, a foot can come back into the support leg position, and we're ready to play the game. So it's just an art in itself of actually making that grips. For him to pass from the De La Riva guard, he has to make a grip on this leg, or he has to make a grip on my collar. Okay, either of these will give me my grips, and once I have my grips, the goal will be to start to off-balance him, getting his other hand on the mat, which again is going to set up all the sweeps, which we will cover at a later stage.